So a lot of people out here are like, you know, uninspired. They are just feeling like nothing is going to work out for them. God done forgot about them. Why are things so hard for them? When you speak like that, though, you got to realize it's like you're telling the universe to give you bad shit. And I'm not saying that everybody, you know, that gets bad things deserves it or anything like that. You're missing the point. What I'm saying is you have to be careful of the energy you put out there. Like, I remember I used to always say, why do bad things happen to me? Why is something bad happening to me right now? I feel like something bad is about to happen. And whenever I felt like that or said that, it was like I was saying to the universe, give me bad. Then I started realizing the universe doesn't know what is good or bad in terms of like relation. You know what I mean? It's all relative. So something can be bad to me, but it could be good to somebody else, right? To me, losing a job could be bad. But to somebody else, they might be like, oh, I'm fine with not working and, you know, robbing Peter to pay Paul and asking people for money or living off of somebody else. So to them, that's a good thing, right? You have to change what I call your stinking thinking. You may have grown up a certain way where you feel a certain way about certain things, but you can always change that. And I know it's hard because I've had to change it for myself. But what I started to do was say, you know what, if I can't think anything positive, I'm just going to not think anything at all. I'm not going to put a label on it of positive or negative. I'm going to put a neutral label and let's see what happens. So the way that I started was, at first I would say, you know what, I don't believe that God has anything good for me because the way that everything is going so terribly, there's no way that there will be anything good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him to prove to me that he has something for me. Because I feel like if it's a path for me to go on, then there's going to be stuff that is going to happen, and I just have to be open to it. I had to open my eyes, and I wasn't opening my eyes to it. So I started asking for a miracle every day. Now, of course, when people hear miracles, they think it has to be something big and grand, like a truck is about to, you know, break down in front of me and it has thousands of dollars in it, and, you know, like a Brinks truck opening up. I'm not talking about that deep, okay? I'm talking about I'm running late. And living in New York, I used to have to get on the train. And if I did not catch a certain train, then I was screwed and I knew I was going to be late. So what started happening sometimes, I knew I was going to be late. But when that train left that I missed, another train would come. And I found another route to go to work. So I would still be okay. And I would actually be a little bit earlier than I thought I was going to be. Or I need to get on the elevator and it just closed, but now another elevator was there so I can get on that one to get to where I need to get to. Or I think that I only have a certain amount of funds, and next thing you know, I check my pants pocket and there's $10 in there from last time I wore them. You know, it's little things like that that started inspiring me to get the seeds to Insane Faith. Because I was like, you know, I have every reason right now to not believe that things will be good for me. But God keeps showing me this stuff. There's no way I can't think that it's going to be good for me. There's no reason I'm going to think that God does not love me and wants the best for me. So last night I was in the bed, or actually early this morning I was in the bed, and I was just thinking, and I said, you know what, God, all this time, this was my fault. I did not think that you had better for me, but you never told me you did not have better for me. I was the one that told myself that. I was the one that believed that because I was doing things for selfish reasons. I did things for other people who did not love themselves, so in turn they did not love me. They used me, they neglected me, they abused me and everything, but you never once left my side. Even as a child, I remember talking to God and loving him and not even knowing why I loved him as much as I loved him. But, you know, he's been the constant in my life that no matter what I've gone through, he's always been there. And he has, like, dragged my ass through the mud. Meaning, like, you know, when I was like, I'm going to sit in this mud and just stink, he was like, no, you're getting through it. Even if it's on your hands and knees, one crawl at a time, you're going to get through this. And that's why I'm so grateful. That's why I have Insane Faith. And that's why I want to help others to activate their insane faith. I cannot be the only person that feels like this. And I see other people who are already successful and winning in life, and they're trying to grab us. But I want to talk to the people who have been in the same boat as me. I want to find my tribe, my people who are very smart, very intelligent, but it's just certain things you didn't grow up with, like money or love, and it really affected you, and others can't understand it. And sometimes, you know, you don't even want to talk about it because you're supposed to be the strong one. You're supposed to be smart. You're supposed to know better. But you didn't know any better, and you were so embarrassed by it that you couldn't tell anybody you didn't know any better because you didn't want to be judged. That's who I'm here for, okay? I'm here for those who they have the right tools, but they just are scared to take another chance of trying just because life has beat them up so bad. I'm here to let you know that everything you have gone through is for a reason, okay? And since you have gone through it, like Eric Thomas said, now it's time to get your reward. It's no reason to go through all of that stuff and not take it and turn it and use it and be great for it, because then you're going to grab others who are just like you, and you'll be able to take them and bring them, and they can see that they too went through this stuff for a reason. And it's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed about. Everybody has their own story. Grab the reins of your story, hold on to it, and ride that joint out. I'm telling you, it makes a big difference when you are not ashamed and embarrassed of yourself. And I had to learn that the hard way. A lot of things I learned on my own. It's like I researched to find my own happiness, and I researched to find the purpose of my path. And I'm so glad that I did that. I'm so glad I started like really listening to God and listening to the signs that he had for me. Even making this video right now, I know I'm jumping around and saying different things, but there are people out there that think the same way that I think, or they can understand what I'm saying, and they need this video. You know, I want to get this out to y'all. I want y'all to go and check out my website. I want y'all to go and look at the tips and stuff that I have. I need y'all to go ahead and subscribe to my newsletter.